2024 World Cup of Ketchup, where brands of ketchup from all over the world compete for the right to call themselves the best of the best. Each contestant will be judged by presentation, smell, and of course, taste. But before we do that, let's meet the competitors. The first ketchup we're looking at is Heinz. I think everybody is familiar with this ketchup. It seems to be the most popular brand, the most common. Anytime I go to most fast food places, it's Heinz ketchup. And this is representing America. It is an American ketchup brand. And to be honest, I'll probably be slightly biased in favor, or probably very biased in favor of this ketchup because it's the one I'm most familiar with. And I've eaten many times, so it might be, awkward for me to switch to a different ketchup, just because I'm so used to this one, but I'll try my best to be a fair judge. So that is our first competitor. Okay, next up, representing Canada, is President's Choice Tomato Ketchup. There you can see the full bottle there. It's a pretty big bottle. If you're not familiar, President's Choice is a brand associated with Loblaws, which is a chain of grocery stores in Canada. So yeah, that's President's Choice ketchup. I've probably had this a few times before. I can't remember any specifics about it, but I might be biased in favor of this as well because it is my home country after all. Okay, now representing Poland is this guy here. It is called Firma Roleski ketchup. Firma Roleski is the brand, I guess. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I apologize. And it says it is premium ketchup. And here it says this word here, lagoni. I don't know how you say that, but it means mild, which you also see up here. But yeah, so that is a Polish ketchup. Looking forward to trying this one. Next, representing Germany is Hella. And you see this unique ketchup bottle here. It almost looks like a thing of like red paint or something like that. Kind of weird. Hard to get fully in frame there. But it is a curry ketchup, as you can see. I'm not sure what that word is there, how to pronounce it. It has something to do with spice or something. I don't know, bro. But this is going to be an interesting one for sure. So we got German ketchup. And then we have this ketchup from Ukraine. It says ketchup for steak. And that's the brand. I'm not sure how you say that. I'm assuming that's an A, or I don't know if that's like an N. I'm just going to call it Webo because I don't really know how to say it. But this is an interesting container. It's like a pouch, so that's kind of cool. It's specifically for steak, but it's ketchup, so I'm including it. And finally, we have this Hungarian ketchup. As you can see, the brand, I guess, is Univer ketchup. Just looks like a standard ketchup. No, like extra spices or nothing, but we'll give that a try as well. Alright guys, now I'm gonna set up the different ketchups and we'll give it a try. Alright, here we go. This is the Sinister 6 of ketchup. So this is the American, Canadian, Polish, German, Ukrainian, and Hungarian ketchups. Now, one thing I noticed as I was pouring it out into these containers was the difference in texture and consistency. Excuse me. The American Heinz was very thick. It actually knocked over the shot glass when I was pouring it out, but that had more to do with the pressure. But and you can still see like the shape it has. It's retaining the shape it had. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but whereas the Canadian President's Choice ketchup was more, I wouldn't say liquidy, but once it went in there, it just kind of settled into a more I don't know what you call that, but generic shape, I guess. This one is the Polish ketchup, and it came out kind of like ice cream, soft serve ice cream when it comes out of the machine. And then the German ketchup was probably the most liquidy of them all. The steak ketchup was kind of consistency of, tomato sauce. I mean, technically it is, but the kind you put on like pasta or whatever. And this one, the Hungarian ketchup, was a bit thicker than maybe some of the other ones. But overall, the color looks pretty similar, especially on camera. These are darker. Probably the brightest one would be the Heinz ketchup, is the brightest. Okay, now we're gonna do a sniff test. Take a look at that there before I do that. Smells tomatoey. I don't know if I'll be able to notice much of a difference. We got the President's Choice. Definitely this one does not have as much of a strong smell as the Heinz. Then we got the Polish ketchup. Oh, that's almost more like a sour taste or something like that, or smell, I should say. Then we have the German ketchup. This one doesn't smell like ketchup at all. And this is the Ukrainian ketchup. Oh yeah, that has a very spicy smell to it. I can't identify that spice. I'm not good at spices, or identifying them, but something like you walk by the spice section in the grocery store, it has that strong spice smell. And then this is the Hungarian. This one's very tomatoey, very sweet smelling, and tomatoey. Strong tomato smell. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little lick test. I'm just gonna dab a bit on my finger, take a little bit of a taste. I have a glass of water here off camera, so to cleanse my palate between each taste. And then once I do that, I will have some fries here and some hot dogs that will dip and have a taste with some food. So I'll start off with the Heinz ketchup. Just a little tiny dab. Tastes like Heinz ketchup. It's a taste that everybody knows. It's funny that when you taste it just like that, and even just smelling it, you smell the tomato and taste the tomato so much more. Obviously, I mean it's obvious, but you don't realize how tomatoey ketchup is. I mean that might sound kind of stupid, but when it's on like a burger or something, it's just a very different taste. But okay, we'll try the President's Choice Canadian ketchup. Tiny little dab. It's pretty sweet. Comparable sweetness between the two. Comparable taste. This is the Polish Premium Mild Ketchup. Okay, that's a significantly different taste. That's pretty good. Not bad. I'll keep my eye on that one. This is the German curry ketchup. Ooh, it's quite, actually, I said it was liquidy, but it's kind of sticky, kind of almost like caramel or something. It's interesting. Let's try that. Oh, you can definitely taste the curry in there. Doesn't really taste like ketchup though. And then we're gonna try the Ukraine ketchup. Okay. That tastes kind of similar to this one. Oh, you know what? I forgot to cleanse my palate. That's probably why, but anyways, it's okay. And then, finally, the Hungarian ketchup. Okay. Yeah, like I said, very tomatoey. This one tastes the most similar to these two, the American and Canadian ketchups. Alright, I'm gonna go get my fries, my hot dogs, and we're gonna continue with the test. Okay, here is our platter set up with the French fries and hot dogs. So let's try these ketchups one by one. So we're starting with the American ketchup, Heinz. Get a nice dose of ketchup on there. We'll have a few pieces and then switch. Okay, very good. I'm gonna cleanse my palate. Okay. Now we're gonna try the President's Choice tomato ketchup from Canada. There it is. Oh wow. At first I was like, it tastes exactly the same, but then it took a few seconds to hit me, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, there's a different like taste that all of a sudden comes in. I can't really identify it. That definitely takes some getting used to when you switch from one to the other. Let me have one more taste of that. It's almost like a less natural taste, like a less tomatoey taste as well. That's interesting. Okay, now we're gonna try the from Roleski Premium Polish Ketchup. That's this guy here. I'm really interested in this one. It's definitely thick. It's like a very thick spaghetti sauce, like a marinara dipping sauce kind of thickness. Okay, not bad. Nice texture, but it might be a little bit too thick for French fries. Okay, now this should be interesting. The Hella Curry German ketchup. This one over here. Oh wow, look at that. It definitely does not taste like ketchup at all. Not a bad taste, but not something I would want to put on fries. I'm sure there are other things that would taste really good on. I'm not sure that fries is one of them, but I understand this is very subjective. So if you disagree with me, if you tasted any of these, that's fine. Okay, now next up is the Weibo, whatever it's called, steak from Ukraine. Interesting. Okay. Not bad. I like the texture. It has a very strong spice taste of like, not like hot spicy, but of like paprika or something. I don't know my spices, but again, it's not like very much of a ketchupy taste, and something I would want to use on my fries per se. But I'm sure there's something that would taste very good on. Yeah, this was the steak. Yeah, this would actually taste pretty good with steak, I would guess, which makes sense because it is a steak ketchup. So, okay, and then finally we're going for the Hungarian Ketchup Univer. It's the brand name. Okay. This is more like ketchup that I'm used to, like the American and Canadian ketchup, with an even more tomatoey taste, if you like that. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, now let's move on to the hot dogs. President's Choice Canadian. Definitely a more mild taste, the Canadian compared to the American, but it's very close. Okay, then we do the Polish ketchup here. Yeah, I find this like a little bit too thick for French fries and hot dogs. The texture's a bit off, and so is the taste. Okay, let's move on to the curry German ketchup. It's not bad with hot dogs. It's still not a taste that I choose over other types of ketchups with hot dogs, but it's not bad. It goes better with hot dogs than it did with the French fries. Now is the Ukrainian steak ketchup. Yeah, it's not really working for me. That would be better with the hot dog than it was with the French fries, but because it's the steak ketchup, but not really feeling that one. Okay, and the Hungarian one. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. Okay, let me make some cuts here. I'm gonna eliminate, let's see, 2 for now. So I'm gonna get rid of the German, put that there, as well as the Ukrainian ketchup. They just weren't cutting it for me with fries or hot dogs. Maybe they'd be better with something else, I'm sure they would. But ketchup's gotta at least be good with French fries or hot dogs. So those 2 are gone for now. Okay, let me try these ones again. Go back to the American Heinz. And I want to compare that to the Hungarian ketchup. Sometimes the one you taste first is just tastes the best, you know what I mean? Very tomatoey taste. But is it too tomatoey? Okay, let me compare that back again to Heinz. So when you go back, I don't even taste any tomato flavor at all with Heinz. this one isn't bad. I just feel the thickness, the texture is a bit too much for French fries. It would probably be good on a burger. But okay. Now I'm gonna compare the Canadian and what was that one? The Hungarian one. That's an almost overpowering taste. Which is not a bad thing necessarily. Okay, back to Canadian. Okay. Okay, excuse the mess here. Spilled some ketchup, but I think I'm ready to rank these ketchups. So in 6th place, I would pick this one. This is the German ketchup from the brand Hella. It's Curry ketchup. It just didn't really taste like ketchup and didn't really go with the French fries or the hot dog. So again, maybe it's just a matter of what you put it with. So anyway, that's the last place there. Okay, in 5th place would be the Ukrainian ketchup from the brand Webo, or however you say it. Again, it didn't really go super well with what I was eating, and didn't have really much of a ketchupy flavor. So that gets 5th place. In 4th place is the Polish ketchup. It wasn't a bad taste, but I just felt the texture and the thickness wasn't appropriate for what I was eating. Again, with the burger, maybe, but not with fries or a hot dog, in my opinion. So I put that there in 4th place. In 3rd place is the Hungarian ketchup. It's not bad. It does have a very strong ketchup-y taste, or tomato-y taste. Maybe a little bit too strong, which is why I didn't score higher. But it's definitely a good ketchup flavor, and the right texture, the right liquidiness and thickness, or whatever you want to call it. So that is 3rd place, and it comes down to the final 2. And 2nd place goes to the Canadian President's Choice ketchup. Just a good ketchup. Yeah, it works. It's very similar to the Heinz ketchup. I can only really tell the difference when you test it side by side. But just a good, solid ketchup, and that gets 2nd place. And 1st place goes to Heinz ketchup from America. And I'm not too surprised. Again, a lot of that might just be my bias, because I've been trained on this ketchup my entire life. It's hard to switch after a certain point, but I just find it goes the best with pretty much anything. Any kind of fast food, French fries, hot dogs, burgers, whatever. So there is your champion, your World Cup champion of ketchup. And now the Heinz ketchup will go for a victory lap with the French fries, because can't let it go to waste. And don't worry, the other ketchups will find a good home in my belly. Good stuff.